sky and destroy everything.
Yo, what's up? This is your boy Big Ruck,
Brother Jim,
Boy Bishop.
Brother Los,
Brother
the Ghost.
I'm Cam. I'm Black Cam today.
Yeah, man. And we are here for Smoke Sessions
7.
Get it right. Get it
Is
right.
it 6 or 7?
It's a Monday, so it'd be odd.
You'll fix
Yeah,
it.
that'd be 7.
You'll fix it in post.
Right.
It's
So-
7.
It's 7.
It
Yeah,
is
right.
7.
Okay,
Right. Okay,
that's what I
right.
thought.
So
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it
yeah,
a couple
it
of
is
times.
Right. Yeah.
Cut that.
I think I did a good job.
I really got a kick out of that.
That was
Man.
fun, man.
That was fun.
I died laughing when I did that shit. That's why I called you. I was like, nah, you gonna trip out when I see that. When you see it.
You see that we have some brand new toys thanks to Mr. Ruck over here.
Appreciate it. I
these-
just brought a little,
A little
a little smattering
taste,
of,
right? You know what I'm saying, from the collection.
A little-
you know,
little mayonnaise.
a few
little
little
bit.
trinkets.
you know.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
man. Bobby sparked me, so you know.
I mean,
And
hey,
I'm glad that you got Megatron back the way it was.
I'm not
Oh,
mad at
yeah,
either one of
yeah.
y'all because I don't currently have any, collectibles. So I'm living vicariously through y'all's collection. So hey, yes, bring more because I'm digging it. Look at this shit, man.
I know. It's
Okay,
beautiful.
last week, or I should last smoke session, we talked about Veritex and Robotech, and my boy. Okay, this is Veritech Fighter. This is the kind of shit we're talking about.
Yes.
High quality toys that you can actually play with and are more in the realm, actually, I would say, of posable models
Right.
than I would say action figures.
Right.
So really, we're talking about some legit high quality stuff here.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this, dude. Look at this beautiful thing. Now, and you can see another one right here. This is the box set that they come in because these are special edition.
Yeah, special editions.
And when I'm telling you, the cockpit opens. Okay. There is a tiny little pilot that comes with this that sits in the cockpit. So you can have an actual pilot in your Veritech as you transform them to, between their various forms. This is what I mean when I say posable.
And the leader, Rick Hunter's ship, it's a black and white, right?
Yeah.
His ship, it actually lights up.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I see why you didn't bring that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
But I mean, just take a moment to appreciate the scene we have set before you here. I mean, Colossus, Ultron, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange.
The original, the very first Green Lantern.
Yes. Okay. Then we got Wolverine. We got another Green Lantern. That's the
Yeah.
Black Green Lantern. I can't remember his name.
It's I can't think of it right now either.
I was going to say John Jones, but I know
it's
that's Martian
John,
Man.
it's John. It'll come to me, or I'll put it right up here. I can't think of
Either
it
way.
right now. Yeah.
And then we got a couple of different variations of Sinestro, the progression of Sinestro,
Right.
I guess you could say.
Right.
So then we got, of course, the giant Spider-Man that is extremely posable. I was playing with that earlier. My God.
Yeah.
And then
You can open up those knobs to make that
Jet Fire.
my
Make it
boy.
nice
And we were talking about him last week, and we were talking about how they modeled him after one of these.
So-
and you can see how similar they are. In this one, they transform exactly the same.
Like literally the same.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, well, I don't know. Is this like one of the original versions of the toy, or is this like a later version?
No, this is one of the original ones.
Okay, so does the cockpit on that one open?
No,
Okay.
no.
So
the
it,
cockpit on these did that. Yeah. They
but
did
the cool part is that they made it just disposable.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
that's
It's
really
exactly.
like, okay, that's rare for especially an American made,
Yeah.
mass produced kind of toy.
Right. But
So-
they had to get this body from a different company. You know what I'm saying? That was already manufacturing them for Robotech more than likely. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
probably just commissioned them to make that specific figure, or got the mold from them, or whatever the case was. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I'm sure that's probably
Yeah. 'Cause
knowing how things get recycled in the toy industry.
Right.
That makes
Right.
sense.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah, man. So I just brought a few little things, man. Thought y'all might like.
Hey, dude.
I've seen your full collection, so everything you bring is beautiful.
Man, I appreciate it, man. You got some doozies too, though, my G. Don't sleep.
See, and here I am.
But you got your brothers, man.
But we ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, you know.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's
You
why
got your brothers.
got my boys. Got my
Yeah,
boys.
man.
Speaking of which, what y'all think about the second trailer for the Multiverse of Madness?
Awesome, dog.
Man.
Awesome.
If y'all haven't seen it, there's a second trailer for it's a lot of Easter eggs in there.
Oh,
if,
yeah.
if you can,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you can slow it down, you will see a lot in there.
Yeah. See, I haven't even slowed it down yet. I just watched it like 4 or 5 times.
I watched a couple of videos that talked about some of the breakdowns and the Easter eggs and stuff
Yeah.
that's in the new trailer. Oh my goodness, man! If Marvel is finna do what it seems like they're finna do, this is finna get real fun.
Yeah, dog.
To be an MCU fan right now when this is all finna
And backdoor, and then also backdooring
Ah.
the success of Spider-Man, No Way Home.
right.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's
Yeah.
it. They've been carefully setting the stage. That's the beautiful thing. They've been telling us. They're doing what comic books do.
Right.
They're telling you a story that takes time. Just like last week when we talked about Robotech.
Right.
You know, and the way that story was.
The way it was told.
It was a epic story.
Very much so.
It wasn't just 30 episodes and you out.
Right.
No, we
Right.
talking about multiple seasons,
Right.
hundreds of episodes, because it's gonna take that. You know how Bleach
Generation.
nowadays, or Naruto, or One Piece, you know, tells a story over the course of that time. Back then, comic books were the thing that gave you that time to tell stories, and
Right.
anime was what made us realize that animation could tell those type of stories. It didn't just have to be in comic books,
Right.
at least for me.
Right.
So yeah,
I agree with that, man. I agree with that.
this is yeah, man. This is Marvel is finna open up doorways for them to be able to tell stories for the next 30 years.
That's right. I mean, but once they tapped into the multiverse, that automatically did that anyway. You know what I'm saying?
And see, and I give Sony credit
Yeah.
for being smart
Yeah.
and saying, okay, these guys are making money hand over fist over here.
Yeah.
And if we can make our stories line up with theirs,
Right.
then we'll be golden for
Right.
years. And they did the smartest thing you could do,
Okay.
is they start letting them put Spider-Man into the Marvel movies.
Right.
And once they did that, look what happened.
Right.
And
Look-
Raimi is doing this one too.
Right.
The one who did the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. He's finally about to let loose. I'm like, oh.
I mean, think about it, man. There's at some point you're gonna see somebody like Wolverine in a movie with Doctor Strange fighting alongside Spider-Man, fighting with Spider-Man, fighting against Spider-Man, fighting the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see mutants in that universe now, and that universe has been so good. So we're gonna get to see them in that light instead of like those first few movies.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine the X-Men in
Even Deadpool was
Now?
here. He wanted to like even
Come on,
even
man.
Yeah,
Deadpool
even
wanted-
Deadpool they've let
Yeah.
back into the
Yeah.
they've let him into the MCU.
He was like, oh wow, we got the X-Men in here, but I only see 2 X-Men.
Right.
He was like,
Right.
what happened to the rest of them?
So it could be real interesting, man.
Yeah.
It could be real
Can
interesting.
one of them fuck with the Hulk? Because if not, they're just coming over to get beat the fuck up.
Well,
I mean,
Which one of those
it
two
took
I
us
mean,
Illuminati to
no,
fucking
No,
deal with
nobody. Well,
The dude's
Wolverine.
eyes.
Actually,
Wolverine did kill
Wolverine.
him.
He can kill him.
Wolverine beat him. Well, he didn't kill him.
He didn't, yeah,
But he beat him.
He beat him.
And the only way you can beat Hulk is you just gotta take him out before he gets like so mad that there's just absolutely nothing
Actually,
that
there is
nobody in creation can
actually-
do. You know what I'm saying?
You have to just overcome his. You basically have to force him to turn back into Banner, and Wolverine did that.
Well, Wolverine has beat him a few times. They've had fights, and some of them Hulk won, some of them Wolverine won. But you gotta understand, Wolverine is 5'3", and he don't have no special powers other than he has an adamantium skeleton, and he has reflexes of an animal, and the main thing is he has a healing factor, and his healing factor is really quick. But the Hulk has a healing factor that's arguably stronger than his. One of the ways I seen him beat him, he literally, you know how Wolverine goes berserk?
Yeah.
He really went berserk on the Hulk, and he was just cutting him so much, and he was bleeding until he passed out. He beat him.
Now that one I had never seen.
He beat him.
So he just bled him out.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I've actually heard.
And I think he stabbed him in the brain.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
I've actually heard. Don't quote me on this, but just like listening to other YouTubers and trying to explain. They did design a arrow for Hawkeye.
Yeah.
That actually was designed to kill Banner. While he was still being as Banner.
Yeah.
And they managed to do it, but several months later, he still came right freaking back. It's like because the way it was tying in the Hulk, because it's like he's like pretty much tying his shit in with like the devil or something like that.
Yeah, he's
okay.
The source of the Hulk's power. They found out recently, at least from what I understand, and I haven't read the actual comics, but I've seen videos talking about it.
Okay. Don't quote me.
Now, apparently the source of the Hulk's power is linked to some kind of demon, like Mephisto level type demon, and he's like this demon of like rage or something, and his energy is represented by green.
Yeah.
And of course, the whole Hulk family really is connected to this. Like their rage and their use of their abilities basically like feeds this entity in some form of fashion.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's got deep.
It's got real deep.
Like I had never heard that before.
The video I sent you the other day talking about Krakoa.
Yeah.
Now in the whole, as far as mutants are concerned, so the mutants have broken off into their own nation now, and they live on a living island that is a mutant.
Yeah.
The island itself is a mutant, and it is sentient and aware that people are living on it, and it's run by a council of mutants.
That's fucking dope,
Dude,
man.
Mr. Sinister is on the council.
Wow.
Mr. Sinister, along with like Storm. I can't think of who else. I can't remember the names of the other people that's on it.
Wow.
But like, there's a ruling council now for Krakoa that run the nation of mutants.
Is it a democracy?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Because if you fuck up too bad, you can have your powers taken.
Yeah.
They have a way to do it.
But like the mutants that are the you said there's a council, right?
Right.
That runs the island, right? So were they chosen by everybody else, or did they just take those positions?
I don't know how they got the positions of power. I don't know if it was an election type situation or if they just like appointed themselves. Right. More than likely, I would imagine they probably appointed themselves. And if anybody out there knows the actual story, put it in the comments. Let us know. We'll check. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that one up, man. I'm really.
But they do run it, but you have like different factions because you have like the X-Men who are kind of like the goody two shoes. They would still go out and like everybody kind of if there's mutants out in the world and they want to come to Krakoa, they go get them. Like we're not finna leave y'all. Our people out there, so they'll go get them. So they do stuff like that. But then you have some like Mr. Sinister and the people who kind of follow him. They okay with some shit that other people might not be okay with. Because in their mind, these are acceptable losses. As for Mr. Sinister, he loved to experiment. Right. So you have dynamics like that going on,
and so that's the reason I asked were they appointed,
right,
or not, because you got to think if they were appointed, I could see how you could have a council with Mr. Sinister on there, and at the same time have Aurora on the same council, because you
Oh,
wouldn't
as
think
far
they
as-
would ever work together.
Right.
Under no circumstance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But in that situation, if it's a democracy, I can see how that'll happen. Because you got a lot of mutants that think that. But see, that's what I love about the X-Men comics. Because that's why Stan Lee created them. Because it's the story of us. It's the story of the struggle, man.
Yes,
And for
bro.
those
You know
out
what I'm
there,
saying? And
individual
imagine if
collaboration.
we could end up on our own island and make our own rules. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what things would have been like at that time if we were able to do that.
Yeah, but you have to think about it though. It unfortunately, for something like that to happen in the real world, it would require what the mutants set up in there in order to be able to establish themselves. They basically had to threaten the world.
Yeah.
They basically had to say, "Look, motherfuckers, we have enough power amongst us to destroy the
Right.
rest of y'all.
Right.
If we wanted to, we could
Right.
take over this motherfucker.
Right.
And if y'all don't leave us alone, and we're trying to work with you, work with us.
Right.
Because the other option,
The other option, you don't
want
want none of that.
You're
want
not
that.
looking for that problem.
Right.
And that was really what it wound up coming down to. And so, if we could do that in the real world, no problem. We could have that.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to go to Africa and as a country, as a nation, as a continent, say, okay, look, we're kicking all the white people out.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do business, but y'all ain't owning nothing.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do makes these changes, but right now we got to fix some stuff in house
Yeah.
and get.
Kick all the white
Exactly.
people out.
But
Exactly.
you would have to make Africa a threat to the
Yeah.
rest of the world in order to do that. And unfortunately, as a continent, Africa's not stable enough for that. There are parts of Africa where you
Yeah,
could
there
probably
are
pull that
parts,
off, but
Yeah.
as a like, if you could somehow set up a situation like the EU or even a united a republic like what we have here but do that in Africa where y'all are all still independent, you know, just like the states have their own ability to do certain things, or in EU all these different countries have the ability to do, you know, run their countries how they see fit, but we all agree to work together to get
Right.
bigger shit done.
Right.
If Africa could pull something off like that,
Yeah.
man, Africa would be a threat to the rest of the
would
world.
be.
You know,
Absolutely.
then I would go back.
Right.
I would make every effort to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful, man. Would be beautiful. That'd be
I told you I did a DNA test and found out
Yeah.
the majority of my ancestry is apparently from Nigeria. Now I want to go. I
Yeah.
want to go.
Yeah.
Even I mean they weren't able to tell me like a tribe or anything like that.
Right.
But just to be able to set foot on the land that I know my blood came from,
Yeah.
breathe that air,
Yeah.
you know,
I know.
experience some of the things that country really has to offer, I think I would feel a certain sense of just completeness.
Yeah, I think
You know?
so. I think anybody would when you get
Ah.
a chance to travel back to where you come from.
Yeah.
Like literally. And see, I think that's what a lot of people don't realize about us. I mean, it's there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But
And see, American blacks though, we have unique position, and I promise this will be the last thing I say that has anything to do with heavy shit.
yeah,
But American blacks, we have a unique position because on the flip side of that, I have 23% DNA that's British Irish.
yeah,
So I'm literally, I mean, as an American black, you are literally an international being.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Your blood comes from just about everywhere.
Well, actually, everywhere's blood comes from you.
True, but
Yeah,
we're kind of like reservoirs of remixing it.
right.
You know,
Right.
it got away from us for a little while, but we bringing it back in slowly but surely. You know, and people talk about how Latinos and stuff. Los, is there a correct or preferred term when you're referring to people of Hispanic descent? Because I know some people don't like Hispanic and some people don't like Latino or like.
You know what? I guess we're Hispanics. For me, I'm Puerto Rican.
Well,
But if you don't know that, then I fall in the group of Hispanic. That's what they call in this country. You know, I ain't gonna give a fuck.
Say word.
Now I do say when you automatically assume that I'm of a certain type of Latino,
Yeah.
I will correct you if it's incorrect because
Right.
like those of us that are like I am not American, I am Caribbean.
Yeah.
Right, I got nothing to do with America.
Yeah.
I'm Caribbean. Then you got Central and South Americans, and also Mexicans. So to tell me that, hey, you're Mexican? No, man, I'm not Puerto Rican. Oh, that's the same shit. No, that's not.
Right.
But you know what's
It's
interesting
totally
though?
different. I hate that.
Right.
I'm like,
Totally
no.
different
Yeah.
thing.
But you know what's interesting to me is from the moment I met Los,
Yeah.
I knew he was Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He didn't
Me
have
too.
to tell me.
Yeah.
I just knew it. And that made me realize that I understood the difference
Yeah.
between like a Puerto Rican and a Mexican
Yeah.
and like a Dominican or something like
Yeah.
that.
You couldn't tell my dad shit.
If you pay
Everybody
attention,
messing.
and I'm not saying
No.
you might be like, I'm not infallible or anything. I probably might get it wrong at some point.
But I feel what
But
you're
for
saying.
certain-
you can just
No,
tell.
certain
yeah.
folks-
El Salvador, he messing.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Los
no,
to me,
no.
and like the way he talks and his mannerisms, he just came across to me as Puerto Rican, and I was like, okay. And then when he said it, I wasn't like I was gonna go, oh nigga, you Puerto Rican. But when he finally like mentioned
Right.
it, or like I saw his license plate or something like that,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I was right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so I try to tell them that because in reality, yes, the Spaniards kicked all our asses and murdered all our people. That's we do have in common.
Yeah.
But we're from different Native Americans.
Yeah.
So to tell me that if I tell you I'm Puerto Rican, oh, that's the same as Mexican. No, it's not. That's
No, it's
almost
not.
Like, that's almost
Right.
like saying you're from somewhere else, but oh, you're the same. No, these are different
Two
people.
different people.
You
Yeah.
know,
Two
it's
different
like,
cultures.
So you say,
Cultures,
you're
right.
Asian. Oh, you are Chinese. No, we're not. There's a
Nah.
whole bunch of different people over there. Just because they say Asian, so why did you say we're all Indian then? So it's like, but there's two different types of people, and a lot of people don't get that. Our
Yeah.
Spanishes are different, and
So what do you feel is like the overall? Because I've heard more people say Latino.
that's what I normally say. I'm Latino. I mean, I have to check Hispanic when I write
Yeah.
shit up here in this country, but I'll say I'm Latino. Because we come
And see-
from Latin and.
and to me that title or that label makes more sense than Hispanic, even because not everybody who is Latino speaks Spanish,
Right.
or from the way I understand it. So you could have somebody who's like from South America somewhere who speaks maybe Portuguese or
Yeah.
something like that, but they might be considered a Latino as well, right?
Which is, it's basically because the language comes from the Latin.
Right. Latin is the root.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So-
I don't think Spaniards call themselves Hispanic. It could be. It might have came from because when he first landed, what they call Hispaniola, but that island had a whole different name before they showed up.
Yeah.
So maybe they're saying since that was the first place we stopped, we call it Hispaniola, so all these people are Hispanic.
Yeah.
So it's but yeah, it's like I said, I really don't give a fuck what you call me. As long as you don't fuck with me, I'm good. Don't touch me.
Those
You know what I'm saying? Just don't touch me.
Okay. Y'all can't see this, but we're watching the first Doctor Strange. It's up on the screen right now, and like it's getting to the part where the Ancient One is dying, and she's talking to Doctor Strange. I like that part. It's a
Yeah.
cool conversation. Just thought I'd
Really
mention that
is.
because
Really is.
this is a good movie. This was to me. This was one of the, as far as I know, the part 2 is coming out, but of course, so far as a standalone, just
Yeah.
one shot,
Yeah.
this was one of the best ones for me when this movie first came out, because I was just like, oh, they so needed to tell this story.
They really.
And now with everything that the Marvel Universe is like,
And they got the perfect actor for that too.
you needed to have Doctor
Indeed.
Strange in the MCU in order for these things to be able to happen. That's happening.
Right.
Because we've already seen in WandaVision that Wanda can alter reality, but she created basically like her own little pocket
Right.
dimension.
Right.
So now you've seen in Spider-Man
No Way Home.
No Way
No
Home.
Way Home.
I always get, because I don't want to say Spider-Man 3 because I know it has a title, but in that one you've seen them now cross into different universes and bring those different universes storylines into the MCU.
Yeah.
So now you have a movie that's completely dedicated to crossing universes and trying to solve multi-universal problems, and you have the two main characters who deal with this, which is Doctor Strange and Wanda.
Right.
And
Dude!
Yeah.
And we still got to deal with Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah,
Man,
that still hasn't been dealt with yet.
I am waiting to see what they do with this. I need more Kang. Marvel, if you're watching, when does Kang come out? Bring my boy out. I need to see it. Y'all picked a black man to be one of the most devious, multi-layered plotting villains in the whole Marvel universe. I need to see my boy pull off some big schemes.
Yeah.
I need that. I need that because.
And have you ever really watched him throughout the comic books and just how he is, his demeanor and everything?
Yeah.
Dude, he's so calm, and he kind of reminds me more of Darkseid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's just this big. You could tell he knows he's powerful.
Right.
So he doesn't even he's always calm, and he has
when they introduced the character on Loki, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
and then and I'm sorry I don't know the actor's name that played that part, but I like him as an actor.
Yes, he played the hell out of that part too, man.
And just watching that scene that he was in, I was just like, oh, they finna do this right. Yeah. And now to have that come, this movie coming out and you having that whole series was just the setup for this plot line, dude.
Don't you love Marvel?
Oh,
don't you love Marvel?
It's just a beautiful thing. It's storytelling on a grander level than what I think Hollywood is used to, and that's one of the reasons why the Marvel movies are doing so well. And one of the reasons, I'm not finna DC bash. I said thanks to my boy, I'm gonna give DC another shot. So I'm not gonna DC bash. I still got homework to do as far as watching some DC movies.
I mean, but I feel that because in the DC cinematic universe, I mean,
they struggling.
It is what it is. They're struggling.
They're
struggling. What I'm saying? They only got the only thing they have. If you look at all of the shit that Marvel has, and let's just take out the bad stuff. Take out all of the previous X-Men movies, right?
Yeah.
Take out if we just
Fantastic Four and all that.
All of that shit. If we just deal with this Marvel universe that we have right now, and you look at everything that DC's done, the only things that they have that compete with that, and in some cases actually better, in my opinion, is like the Batman franchise, the Joker movie, and and the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those three entities. Oh well, I mean, there's other things I like.
Okay.
Like I did like the Superman movie. The one with the newest Superman.
The very first one that came out with the newest.
Yeah, the same Superman that's in
the Snyderverse.
Yeah, the Snyderverse and all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one. I did like that movie. I thought that was I
did like that too.
I really dug it. To me, that's the best thing that they've done since the first two original Superman movies with Christopher Reeves. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he started it, and then we had that one that was just like 2 hours of just BS.
The Christopher Reeve Superman movies will hold a special place in my heart forever, dude.
Yeah.
Because those movies, it was. You know how certain movies back in the day used to play on cable all the time?
Yeah.
And so you wind up watching it like multiple times, or you might watch it, hell, you might watch it multiple times in the same weekend.
Right.
Because Superman was just on loop on HBO that weekend. You know what I'm saying? So, or in the summertime when you just would sit at home and you catch the same movie on over and over again. All the Superman movies were one of those things that through my childhood was always on. It's like no matter what channel you turned on, it was playing somewhere, and I would always watch them when they were on.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's just like I didn't care if I caught it in the middle. I didn't care if I caught it 30 minutes from the end. I was gonna if I ran across a Superman movie, I was gonna watch it.
That's so true, man.
Yes.
That's so true. Even the bad ones, like you know,
That one with Richard Pryor was horrible.
Yeah,
But
man.
I still watch crap about that.
The worst one to me was when he fought the dude with the nails.
The Sun dude.
Yeah, the Sun dude. That was so horrible. And then Superman Returns to me.
Character. It's flawed that character.
What I didn't like about Superman Returns was just the storyline. You know what I'm saying?
Just...
But it did some really dope stuff in the movie. Like that whole airplane scene, that shit was off the chain.
No, mine
especially the landing when he brought it down. Like all of that shit was dope.
Mine was the actual bullet, and you can see it hitting an
Yeah.
eye and then bouncing
yeah.
off. I'm like, it didn't even blink.
Yeah.
That's how invulnerable. How
Yeah.
you know. I'm like,
See, it did some dope shit in it, but the storyline.
That's the problem I have. And you know me, even if your special effects aren't great, even if you may not have picked the best actors, if you have a good story, for me personally, I can let some other stuff slide. It's like in that movie, they did the special effects right. They had the right actor.
Right.
They had everything visually on the movie was good to go.
Yeah. You talking about Returns?
Yeah, but they just had the wrong. I don't know if it was the writer, director, whatever. Something in that process just wasn't right.
I think that was the writer, man.
Think so?
The writers.
I think so, because I didn't like that story at all.
Yeah, it didn't make much sense to me.
Like the stuff that I didn't like about the story, no matter what the director would have done, it was
if that was the basis,
right?
But I mean, sometimes a director can take a script in a different direction if he sees as he's shooting it. They might just see, this ain't working.
Yeah.
This is not making, and they might have to do rewrites or whatever they call it. Yeah. So if that's the case, I would just imagine.
That is so dope.
I know, but I would just imagine as a writer director, you have to kind of work together as a team because, you wrote it,
right?
But I'm putting it together, and in the real life, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, nah. Yeah. And you have to think about all the people that work on the movie set. Nobody caught that.
Right. Right. And and to be honest with you, man, it's supposed to be a whole team of people, so you won't have that situation happen. But it happens.
Oh yeah, of course. But I mean,
because sometimes you can see it a certain way, and then the director will see it a certain way. The director will try to make that happen, and he's just not bringing it across right.
Yeah.
Or sometimes the
with
vision is just bad.
That happened with Raimi in the third Spider-Man. It was like then the
studio
wanted to add so much.
You have
more.
External factors like that too, because they want to do. The studios, who are putting up the money for the movies, want certain things included. So there can be too many hands in the pot.
Because I said when I saw that movie, I was like, man, just like a lot of people said, I tried to do too much at one time, and I was blaming it on the studio because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You forcing them to do all of this shit, and the movie's horrible, right?
Yeah.
But they did the same shit in this last movie and had even more people in it, and it was exquisite. So we might have to change where that blame goes. They just wasn't able to deliver.
On the third Spider-Man is Raimi.
I mean, because they delivered.
Well,
Raimi wanted to do this.
And
the studio at the last moment. Oh, let's put it together. Let's put.
And that's
the script has already been written.
That would be what I would consider the difference. He said the key phrase. They changed things at the last minute.
Yeah.
So basically, from the way I understand the story, is that the movie was pretty much completely shot.
Yeah.
They had all the principal photography done. And then all of a sudden, the studio came out like, no, we want to add this, this, and this. And so they had to go back and try to figure out ways to work that in without wasting all the stuff that they had already filmed. And so that's why it seems really kind of like, okay, it seems like different movies.
Yeah, it didn't fit.
Right, it didn't all fit together.
Right.
So I still leave the blame where it is on that.
Well, with that,
but that's why, because you
these certain factors came into that.
It would be different. I think if that had been the plan from the beginning,
yeah,
I think he could have pulled it off and made it good. But it was just the way that they forced him into doing certain things after the principal photography was already done.
Yeah.
It's too late. You can't go back and
they
change
wanted to
that.
do just Sandman and having the character Green Goblin, not William Dafoe's Green Goblin, but as far as the secondary.
Yeah.
But the studio had to, no, we want Venom. Everybody likes Venom, so let's throw Venom in, and we get this. The dude from the '70s show to play Venom, like no. The same with the
what's that dude's name? Topher?
Yeah.
Oh,
like, no.
Dude, your name is Topher.
He's a good actor.
Your name is Topher.
Hey man.
He's a good actor, but like no, that's not the part. That's not the part for you.
Your fucking name is Topher.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Wasn't the part, man.
No.
It wasn't the part.
But I think with the new Doctor Strange, I think Raimi's gonna do a good job. At least if the trailer's anything to go by. And I forgot, did he direct the first Doctor Strange?
Who?
Raimi.
I don't think so.
Hold on, let's find out.
I'm looking it up now.
Okay.
Yep, he sure did. So
okay.
Yeah. When you give this man the
range,
the freedom to do what he does, he makes very good movies. So I'm really thinking that this is going to be at least on par with the first Doctor Strange, but I think it's going to be way better.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be way better.
I think so too. Like I was saying earlier, man, I really think it has the potential to be one of the best movies that Marvel has done.
Yeah.
And that cinematography alone is going to be off the chain. You can't really name another movie that I can think of that's doing that much.
And you got to remember, the first
And I was like I was telling you earlier, I was loving the way.
We're watching Raimi right now.
Yeah, I was loving the way how the city in those scenes was folding in and everything, because it made me think of Inception.
That's the bombless movie, man.
Yeah, I know. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Slight correction.
Yeah.
Raimi did not direct the first one.
I didn't think so.
It was a guy named Scott Derrickson.
It
was Scott Derrickson.
All right. Well, he did a damn good job.
That was 2016.
Yeah.
That was 2016. So not only do we have, but think about the advancements in graphics capabilities and things like that have been made over that time. This movie's gonna look amazing. Because if nothing else, you can see from the trailer that it's gonna be. It's gonna be. Damn it! I just lost my train of thought. That fast.
Hey man.
Yeah, we're still watching the first.
We're still watching Doctor Strange.
We're at the end of the movie when he's fighting. What's his name? The main.
What is the dude's name?
The big bad.
I'm about to slaughter that name.
I can't think of it, man.
Something.
DeMarmo.
I'm about to slaughter the name. So.
Yeah. Dormammu. But yeah, this is one of my favorite parts.
Yeah,
this nigga just like said, okay, fine, you might be able to kill me, but you can't stop me from coming back.
Right.
We can do this all the time in the world. I got time.
The thing about it is, in this movie, it's like, how long did he do this?
Yeah.
That's what they never tell you.
That's true.
When you have infinite time,
he could have been doing this for millennia, dude. And we just got a representation of it in the movie.
But they have a really good track record with explaining shit like that later on. So it might come up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might come up. Because if I'm not mistaken, what happens here has something to do with what's going to go on in this movie. It's some kind of connection between this situation right here and the movie as well, from something that I've seen.
Okay.
So it might explain all of that.
And then you're gonna have an evil version of Doctor Strange.
Right.
There's at least from what I've seen, there's at least 3 versions of Doctor Strange going to be in this movie. Because there was another version of him with a ponytail. And he had gray streaks in his hair.
Yeah.
Variants.
And then, so it was our Doctor Strange, regular Doctor Strange. It was the evil Doctor Strange. No, there was 4. The Doctor Strange with the ponytail. And then there was a Doctor Strange that never became Doctor Strange.
I did see the zombie.
Oh,
They had
yeah.
a zombie one too.
The zombie. So 5.
Yeah,
At least 5 versions of Doctor Strange.
And that's coming from the what ifs. So that's the
Right.
Yeah.
They said in one of the breakdown videos that I watched earlier, they said that in the trailer there's a part where he's like falling through universes.
Yeah.
And they say one of the things that you see, there's in one of those universes that they fall through, the universe is animated.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, and there was I saw the video I was watching. They showed a freeze frame of it, and you can see it. They're like falling through these different universes, and there was one of them that was animated. So I'm like, oh man,
it was so quick. You're like, oh, you have to actually freeze frame to see it. Or it's so quick.
And they said on the new poster, if you look, there's Captain Britain's shield.
Yeah.
Oh word.
Captain Britain's shield is on the poster.
Okay.
And so I'm like, what?
It's in the glass shards that are breaking off. If you look real close,
you're
you see
bringing up. If they start bringing in animated characters, I mean, yeah, okay, you did it on What If, but we all know What Ifs is one shots.
Yeah.
So okay, but if you start bringing animated characters into the main MCU, think about that for a moment. Animated, theater released Marvel movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
It's Disney too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Disney, yeah.
That means that I'm always gonna get to sit at home and watch these movies because I have Disney Plus and I ain't getting rid of it.
And I'm glad Sony and Disney or whatever. I'm glad they're actually on par with a lot of this because if they wasn't, it's a lot of characters that they own would have been wasted.
Man, listen, if they start bringing in the animated movies, oh my god.
Think about the stories you can tell that can't be told just because you can't do that shit in live action, but you can do it animated.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah. But you know what, man? We're getting to the point where it ain't too much we can't do live action.
Nowadays, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
live action is almost animated.
Right. Because and you gotta think about it, CGI, that's what it is. It's animation.
You said he was going through a universe that was animated.
Right.
So why not bring one of the animated characters and like being one of these?
But
that's what we were just talking about.
Because if you did you watch What If? The What If series? Okay, and you saw Captain Britain when the chick got the Captain America powers. That shield is on the movie poster for the new Doctor Strange movie.
Might be cool have like in real life.
Yeah.
Be the cartoon character.
Right, and so
that universe.
That's what people are saying. Like they're wondering if they're going to bring that actress back to play her, that the Captain American version of herself. But see, like, how would you do that though? Because in the animated version, she was buff.
She was kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah, she was, man. That was, to me.
I mean, they can get. They just have to find the right actress.
Find the right girl, yo.
But see, I would want the original chick though, because I like her, man. She's a good actress.
You can put a body thing on her, couldn't you? Make her buffed up.
I mean, they could CGI her.
Yeah, they can definitely CGI.
They CGI'd what's his name? The actor that played Captain America, Chris.
Oh yeah. I mean, not Hemsworth.
I was about to say Hemsworth.
I know. I can't think of it. And I was finna say Chris Pratt, and I know that's not right.
Him.
That guy.
Yeah.
They CGI'd him skinny. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. They did.
In the first Captain America,
right.
they made him skinny to before he went through his transformation.
Yeah.
He was just buff in real life.
And that was old technology now.
Right, and that was pretty damn convincing.
Yeah.
You could probably do her.
Yeah.
I mean, look what they did to Luke Skywalker in Boba Fett.
Oh, that was kind of creepy.
You know what I'm saying? But it was dope because you damn near couldn't tell.
Like the only thing to me that gave it away was sometimes you would see like the face kind of drifted.
Yeah.
a little bit. Like head turns were too slow.
Yeah.
Something, and it just made it look artificial. But other than that, like you couldn't tell.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That technology.
The dude that played Doc Ock in the very first, the Raimi, the second.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They de-aged him, and
Yeah, that's right.
And he was just loving the new technology. That way,
Yeah.
he doesn't have to wear the heavy shit to do all this. He's like, oh, that's just a harness, and so he was loving that.
They
Like,
stop them actors from getting plastic surgeries. Like,
Right.
in a movie, we can make you look young as hell. Don't mess yourself up.
Look at
Right.
Ant-Man. They did that with your boy. What's his name? Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
They de-aged him for those
that's
movies.
right. That's right. They
Yeah.
sure did. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Shoot, they de-aged him. So yeah, they can definitely do that shit.
Yeah.
Now, one thing as far as I actually have to give hand claps to Willem Dafoe for actually doing his own stunts at his age, and he did his own stunts.
Yeah.
He wanted to do his own stunts.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
William Dafoe's such a good actor.
yeah,
man.
he was like, dude, finally. He's like, he
That's a
wanted to do
perfect
that
character for him too.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
When that was originally cast, I was like, yes.
Yeah, dog.
It was not a question
Right.
because I've seen too many movies where Willem Dafoe, his acting ability was not a question,
Yeah.
but his face, just his face,
Yeah.
as the goddamn
Yeah.
Goblin man,
Yeah, it's perfect, dog.
it's perfect. It's
You can't
That
beat
whole
that.
scene with him just looking in the mirror and switching back and forth to personality,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Right, dog.
That was beautiful.
Fucking
Man.
awesome, man. Fucking awesome.
Willem Dafoe, do not pass anytime soon.
Anything you see with that man in it, watch.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even his bad movies are good,
Facts.
like cause he in them. Seriously.
Yeah, man. That dude is off the chain, man. Off the chain.
Okay.
Shit. So, let's see. All right.
We have to wrap this up a little bit, so let's get to the final.
What's your favorite out here? I think I know, but what's your favorite thing out here right now?
Other than Veritex.
You know, I gotta go with my boy Wolverine, man.
Yeah.
Especially that Wolverine, because I always did like the black costume on him. That's a badass Wolverine.
It really
If I had to pick a second though, I would have to say it's the Veritech.
Yeah.
I think Veritex.
Just
I
cause.
thought that's what you was gonna say first, but you picked our favorite.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Because and I've said this before. I love Wolverine. It's my favorite comic book character, and that's just a dope action figure of Wolverine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can't beat a Veritech, dude. These things are just
Yeah.
like cool.
Yeah, dog. And when you put the armor on them, man, it's even better, dog. It's dope. Bring you back to the 80s, dog.
For real.
Want me to go home and transform and everything like that.
I'm digging them Mortal Kombat dudes.
Yeah.
All that, the way that, I mean, that shit's so technical and all the little
Hell
Detail
yeah.
in between.
details to it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
And the little,
Okay.
the little
Those-
Green Lantern dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool
What am I
too.
doing wrong that this
I'm
won't
just
stay
waiting
up?
for him to do an
Huh?
actual
What am I
good
doing
movie
wrong that
for
that
Mortal
won't
Kombat.
stay up?
It's probably just loose.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want them to actually do a good movie for Mortal Kombat.
Man, they have tried Mortal Kombat and they have tried
The
Street
last
Fighter.
one, it
The
started
last
off
one was
right.
the last one was okay. Now I was
It started off right.
that was the best.
Yeah.
That was hands down the best. It really was. The only real problem I had with that movie was how Jax got his arms.
Like all of a sudden,
Like that was whack as hell to me. It made no sense.
it's like all of a sudden you transform. How does that work?
Like, huh?
Yeah, man. Magic don't work on metal parts, dog.
It's like all of a sudden your arm just transformed into like. Well, when did
That shit
when
was
was this
horrible to me,
upgrade?
dog. But the rest of the movie was okay, man. The rest I was okay with it. I was pleased with it.
Yeah,
If
I
they had-
wasn't mad at it.
If they had have done that part better, I would have went. I would have gave the movie about a good 6.5, maybe a 7, maybe a 7, but like a 6.5.
Yeah, when I saw, I agree with that. It's like with the Jack. I'm like, when did his arm like?
Yeah, man, that shit was horrible, dog.
But I
That was
did like
brutal.
the fight between
That shit was
Scorpion
brutal.
and
Yes.
Sub-Zero.
Oh, that's what made the movie, dog.
Yeah, I actually did like that. In the beginning, how they did it, and then that whole fight at the towards the end, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm cool.
Have you seen the comic? I mean, the cartoon that has that same scene in it, but the whole cartoon is about that.
No.
So it's when Scorpion, he's a regular man and he got his kids with him, and
I've seen a bunch of variations, so I'm like, I don't know exactly which one you're talking about.
okay.
But
So in this one, Sub-Zero comes and he's hunting him for some reason. I can't remember, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he kills. They fight. They had this badass fight, dog. Like for a long ass time. And so Scorpion ends up losing the fight because
right?
Sub-Zero has already killed his wife.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why they was fighting. Then he killed his kid in front of him.
Shot down.
And his kid was probably like 8, somewhere around 8 to 10 years old, and he killed his kid.
Right.
And then
and that's what they
you know how
show.
You know how on the game when you freeze somebody and they be like on their knees and they got ice covering them and they like stuck like that for a second. So that's how he had it, and then he just started like making the ice spikes like shoot through him and he killed him. And then I think he cut his head off or something. But anyway, Scorpion comes back, right? He comes back from the dead, and all I don't want to give anything else away. Just go watch it, man. It's really dope.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I think I love me some Mortal Kombat, so it's like, yeah, just
see. I want to see a new Street Fighter movie, but I want it to be real dope. Like they haven't done a good Street Fighter movie yet.
No.
They've had better ones, but there's never been a good one. And the technology right now is awesome, dog.
Oh, actually, before you go on, it's an actor. He passed away who played Bison.
Yeah.
I think it was when Rob Van Dam was still in.
Yeah.
I forget his name. He was also the.
I know who you're talking about.
Nah, I've seen some stuff, but I liked him as M Bison. I think he was the. I think he did the best.
He did.
Impression.
He made a good in Bison. He did.
But that guy was a good actor. I can't think of his name.
Yeah,
but he's a good actor just in general. So that doesn't surprise me because that movie was not good, but he made that role good.
He really did. He really did. Yeah, that was a dope in Bison, man. But you know, man, I really do want to see a good Street Fighter movie, man. And
nice.
I want it to be dark. I don't want it to be corny. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no funny shit.
Okay. I know we probably gonna get accused of certain titles for this, but who would you have playing Chun-Li?
Oh man.
She's gonna have to have some legs though.
That's the thing.
She's gonna have to have some nice thighs and calves and all. She's gonna
Man,
have to
you have to search. Cause see, when they find Chun-Li don't be Chun-Li, man. She's never Chun-Li.
So, yeah, be interesting.
I want to. I mean, you gotta find somebody that's built like Serena, dog. You know what I'm saying?
With them thighs and legs.
Yeah, seriously, that's what it would take. That chick who just won the first black chick to win speed skating.
Oh yeah, yes.
Erin Jackson.
Yes.
She's got like those kind of thighs.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's true. That's
and
true.
if y'all don't know, Chun-Li got some thighs on her. She got
Man.
some legs. She
I used to love watching her play, her fight, dog. And then Street Fighter, man, they got Street Fighter and not Mortal Kombat so much, but a little bit. But what was the other one with it was another fighting game that was real popular. We used to play all the time. I know. It had Paul and
I know you
Tekken.
Tekken.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually
Tekken
have
and
it on my
Street Fighter,
PlayStation. So.
they got to a point where they started drawing the women extremely sexy, and like when they're fighting, everything is bouncing and gyrating.
You know what game? As soon as you said bouncing and gyrating, you know what game came to mind?
Ooh.
Soul Calibur.
Yes, that one
I
too.
have
dog.
I have
That
these
one
games
too.
on my PlayStation.
Soul
Yeah.
Calibur was one of those games where I was just like, okay, now y'all just
Right.
somebody just having a little too much fun
Right,
with this.
dog.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, but
Right.
damn, you know, my kids play this game, man. Come on, you know, damn.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, that man, some bouncy characters.
Yeah,
Yes.
dog.
I'm
Fun
just
though.
thinking about titties.
Fun
and
though.
shit.
You look, that's
Titties,
that,
booty,
that's
thighs, everything
bouncing.
bouncing all
look,
over the place.
that's when
man.
you leave them on the versus screen for a while, so they
Right.
can just stand there and do it like that.
Exactly, dog.
Just, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, man.
Like, why ain't y'all playing? Hold up, man.
No. We good.
We
We,
gonna play,
we
man.
good right here.
Just
We're gonna
chill.
play in a
Just
minute. We just we
Yeah.
gotta center ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
man.
Alright.
So what's up, man?
Oh,
I don't know what he said. I know he's trying to be quiet, but I don't know.
he
what
said we over an hour.
No,
Oh,
4 more minutes. to
Four
make
more
an hour.
minutes.
Oh,
Okay,
4 more
bet,
minutes
bet,
to
bet.
make an hour. Okay.
Yeah. Save it.
Okay.
I don't know how
So
long
four-
y'all want it to go.
Yeah, we do need to cut it right this up.
I was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But I hope y'all enjoyed this shit, man. We'll bring some more stuff, man.
Oh man, this is yeah.
Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff down here that we ain't even show, man. We'll get to on some other episodes, man.
Colossus, man.
I know, right?
Look at that. And
Look
look
at
at
this dude right there, the silver dude.
Silver.
Oh.
That's Ultron.
So that's Ultron. Remember the movie, the Marvel movie, where they were fighting the robot?
That's him. That they were
That's him.
fighting. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, he's the dude that wound up making Vision.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
The dude with the thing on his head.
I just like the way he's standing there, like, what?
yeah.
What? Fuck with me if you want.
That's
to,
pretty
what?
much an Ultron pose, though.
Yeah.
What?
They did a good job on this one,
They
man.
did, man.
Dude, even the ankles.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Got some stankers.
Stop talking about yourself like that, B.
Yeah, man.
That's not nice. We just talked about bullying. Don't bully yourself.
No.
See, I like these, man. The way they sculpt them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Okay. We
I know.
we might play for a little while for when the
Yeah.
camera stop
Yeah,
rolling.
see, dude is like, come on, what? Bring your ass. What?
Hold on.
Unless you
Yeah.
get that variant of Tony
No.
Stark, we actually did do the suit of armor around the world.
Yeah.
Fuck with me if you want
That's
to.
why I can't wait to get back into a spot where I have that extra room again,
Yeah.
so I can put
Set
everything
all your
back
stuff up,
man.
yeah.
Display cases and all.
I cannot wait for that again, man. I got so much shit in my head that I want to do. Cause you get to a point where you start making shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to. What's up?
Show you how our devices listen to our conversations.
Okay.
Okay. We talked last time. I think we talked about. You were talking about how you can like carve some of your characters and kind of
Oh, yeah.
reshape them and do
Yeah.
things like that. Melt little pieces
Yeah.
or recarve certain things.
Right.
Paint certain stuff.
Right.
How come on my TikTok the other day on my For You
Just a
page,
government. Don't
dude
worry
came
about
up and he literally made a Hulk Maestro.
Wow.
it. It's just a government.
And he used like legs from a Thanos.
Yeah.
And he was like, I had to go in and shave down this part because they wouldn't fit quite together right.
Yeah.
But he reshaped them and got the pieces to fit. And then he took a gold belt and like armbands from I forgot what he said he took them from, but it was the belt and the armbands from another character. He took them off of that, painted them gold, and then put it on Hulk. And then he had the because the Maestro Hulk has the kind of balding.
Right.
So
right.
he sculpted the hair and the beard by hand.
See.
And the thing looked dope, man. I mean, it was like if he wasn't telling you that he had made it by hand, you would have thought he bought it like that. Yeah, you would have thought he
This
bought it like
Negro
that.
over here, when I came in like this with the G.I. Joes, like, oh, I took this home, I put this in it.
Yeah, I used to do that with my Joes all the time, man. But check it out. So you remember when I was telling you that I had a Green Lantern and I had did something to him?
Yeah.
Black Lantern.
Okay,
Oh, yes.
so John, I'm trying to remember his name. I had his John Stewart, right?
John Stewart. Yes.
Okay, so it's my favorite
That's
Green
funny.
Lantern, right?
Okay.
So the way he looks in the Justice League cartoon. You know, the Justice League cartoon where they had the two parts, and the second one is called Justice League Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that series, right? I wanted his. So they have him in a different Green Lantern suit.
Okay.
That's way doper than what he has on right now, right?
All right.
And so I liked that Green Lantern suit because it's close to the one in the Unlimited series, and his face looks different, his hair is different, and all of that. And he has the little like goatee thing or whatever.
Okay,
right?
I know. Yeah, I know the version you talking
So
about.
I wanted that version, so I redid his. I took a X-Acto knife. This is not the one.
Oh,
this is
okay.
the original.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, that's the original. So I shaved his hair, shaped it the way that I wanted it to look, to where it'll look like the one on the cartoon.
Yeah.
And I changed his. I had to carve a little bit around the mouth, and then I made that look like. Where I painted in the goatee, and then I painted his hair the same way that it is on the cartoon. And when I finished, you couldn't even tell.
Wow.
I was loving it, man. And after that, I just started doing all kind of shit.
I mean, all it takes is one time for stuff like that. That's the cool part. Once you do it once, then you're gonna do it again.
Right.
And each time you do it, you're gonna get more confident and you're gonna get better at it.
And then you start trying shit.
Like, ooh, I wonder if I can do this. Yeah.
That's what I was telling you, man. I want to find, like, if I could.
First off, with just breaking my toes.
If I could get one of those, what you call it, machines, those 3D copies, I could make some ill ass figures, dog. Because I have the blueprints of how each little part and each little joint area and all of that. I have that in my mind, how it should be made, how it would look. You know what I'm saying?
Printers.
All I have to do is do it.
Just the equipment to do it. Yeah, I get you. Oh, for those of y'all who don't know, this is Wolverine's daughter, X-23.
One of his many kids.
Yeah.
His son was.
His son
off
was
the chain.
off the chain, man. That dude. Docking. We're gonna have to do a whole episode about Wolverine.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be a good episode.
I got the novels and all that at home. So.
Bring them. Shoot, bring them. We can use them as discussion pieces.
The Weapon X novel, got that one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man, and then Wolverine Origins, man.
That'll be on session 8. I will bring it. Session 8.
All right.
I remember when they finally brought out Wolverine's Origins and that comic book, each look, man, I was, bruh.
So, okay, one of the last things I remember about Wolverine's origin, there was this thing about him and Sabretooth and all of these other feral characters that were, instead of they weren't human, they were descended from like another line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Well, see, that was way farther down in the origin story.
Okay.
And what I was talking about, I haven't read down that far, right?
Oh, okay.
But I've read, here and there, so I know what you're talking about. But I don't know anything about the origin of those characters and where they actually come from and how
Wolfbane and those characters.
So,
Wild Child.
Right. I forgot what I was getting ready to say.
My bad.
What the hell was I getting ready to say, man?
The origins of
Bleep, blorp, bloop, bloop.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. And
Birds,
smoke
skidoo,
sessions.
skidoo,
That's when you put the smoke up.
Why did I do my arm retarded?
Because you had to.
Right, yeah.
See, there's gonna be a certain.
For Kermit to come up.
There's gonna be a certain people, depending on how old you are, who gonna hear what I just did and they're gonna laugh real hard.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And remember, wherever you at, when you see somebody and you recognize that they recognize that, remember, no matter what, they're the cool people.
For real.
Wherever you are.
We just
real
nerd.
shit.
Just a little geeky. That's all,
man.
Just a little geeky.
But that's what make them cool.
Exactly.
You know
And he
what I'm
wondering why they toys so cost $1,000 million? Well,
right.
that's because it's us.
saying?
Man.
Yeah, man.
But
But yeah, man, we can go ahead and wrap it up for the night, man. Hope y'all enjoyed some of this stuff, man. We're gonna bring on more and more stuff, man. We're gonna have some people come hang out with us and nerd out with us and stuff.
oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
We're gonna have be our first guest on the
Yeah,
session.
man.
Okay,
First guest on
okay.
the session, and trust
Cool,
me,
cool.
that dude is a huge nerd, dog. He be trying not to act like it, but he a huge ass nerd.
Oh, man,
too,
don't-
dog.
When we first started talking about stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you a nerd.
Don't come around here trying to pretend.
And look how you can tell. It's because when you start talking about shit like Marvel and stuff, the nigga whole little laid back demeanor go out the window. He get all happy and shit. He be like, yeah, man, and then Professor Strange and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, nigga,
You a
you
nerd.
nerd now, dog.
You just gotta embrace it, man. Embrace
man,
it. You
yeah,
know,
man.
don't fight it. Don't fight it.
So,
Let the nerd flow.
Let the nerd flow, man.
Man,
You
let
gotta
it
let
flow.
the nerd flow, dog.
That's what I told this chick.
Yeah,
But anyway.
man, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, man. That's all the Daily Smoke is about, letting the nerd flow.
Right? All right, y'all. We're going to wrap this one up, but thank
Yeah,
you for
man.
joining us
Appreciate
again on the
y'all,
Smoke
man.
Session.
And thank y'all for actually representing, man. We are getting extremely good feedback
Yes.
on the show,
Yes,
man.
yes.
I'm loving it.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So we appreciate y'all, man. And if y'all got, like I say, man, if y'all got collections, you know, something y'all want to show on the show, all you got to do is send it to our email.
Yeah.
Put your information on there, like your name if you want your name on there, and we'll post it up, man. We'll show your collection, your
Movies,
pieces,
comics,
whatever.
toys,
Yeah,
whatever.
doesn't matter, man. Or if y'all want to be on here, you got something you want to bring on, y'all want to come chill with us and nerd out with us, man. We'll love all of that, and everybody welcome. You know what I'm saying?
We'll put you in a little
yeah,
corner
man.
there to show us your
Definitely.
collection.
Yeah.
And we're gonna one thing we're gonna try to do. We haven't actually concreted this yet, but we're gonna try to actually shoot one of the episodes from the Comic Palooza here in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll
Yes.
keep y'all updated on that. All right.
Be nice if we can make that happen. So
Yeah,
we're
y'all
gonna
make sure y'all
keep an eye
tap
out for
in.
that. We're going to try.
Yeah, we're gonna try to.
When's that, Los?
Oh, we ain't gonna try. We're gonna be there.
Yeah.
15th,
We're
it's the
gonna
15th of
make it
July
happen.
through the
Yeah,
17th.
July. Yeah.
The 15th
We're
of July.
gonna
through the
make it
17th.
happen. We're gonna make it happen, and we're gonna team up with some other people that's here in Houston. That's all about it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep all that under wraps. And we're gonna let y'all know what's up. And I am your boy Big Ruck,
Brother Jam.
Boy Bishop.
Brother Los.
and we are the Daily Smoke, and this is Smoke Session
Number 7.
And I was about to say 5. I went just like this. Look, I played off number 7.
We